Today is a very important day for all of us because the unity of this country is greater than the interests of any of us. And when you see me standing here, it means a lot to me. But I've decided to follow the footsteps of our two very distinguished and eminent leaders in this republic, to be able to bring the entire country together so that we can do away with a constant fight. So today, from the wisdom of His Excellency, President William Ruto, and His Excellency, Right Honorable Prime Minister, they have sat down together and agreed that it's about time for us to end all these bickering, all these fights, and put this country first. I want to appreciate the wisdom of these two leaders. I want to thank them. And I want to remind them that this generation and the generations to come will be able to remember this occasion. It has taken a lot, trust me. But patience is everything. I actually never thought that I'll be standing here today to be able to usher in my two SGs. Unajua rungu yangu ilivunjika bwana. Lakini mbele is the most important. But today we are here to sign, or the two leaders will be signing an expression of interest to work together. It is imperative that we all find areas that we can be able to work together, and I believe that the details will be provided with you in time.
Memorandum of Understanding to resolve the social, economic, and political challenges facing Kenya 2025. Realizing that Kenya has gone through a long period of political crisis and conflict that has hampered the nation's potential for development and improving the livelihoods of our people. Noting that such crises have often resulted into demonstrations by our people demanding their rights, with the state often resulting to brutal suppression of such demonstrations that unfortunately lead to loss of life as well as property. Acknowledging that the nation will not develop without reinforcing democratic governance and the rule of law, conscious that the decay in democratic governance is expressed through skewed allocation of resources, ethnic intolerance and marginalization, corruption, and noting that devolution, though intended to strengthen democratic governance and development at the grassroots, is systematically undermined and starved of funds. Now, therefore, His Excellency President Dr. William Samoei Ruto, CGH, and the Right Honorable Raila Odinga, EGH, being the party leaders of the largest political parties in Kenya and bearing the greatest political responsibility, acknowledge the need in setting up a broad platform for collaboration and cooperation between all political forces and other stakeholders in the Kenyan society to address these long-standing challenges that threaten our nationhood. As a first step towards this collaboration, His Excellency President Dr. William Samoei Ruto, CGH, and the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga did set up the National Dialogue Committee in the year 2023 and hereby make this resolution on the initiatives that must be undertaken to instill further confidence in the country. While this memorandum does not define the formation of a political coalition between the respective political parties, its successful implementation will inform the basis of steps towards the establishment of a progressive and stable country. Now, therefore, the two leaders commit and resolve to collaborate and cooperate with each other by conducting broad-based consultations between themselves on the key issues identified below. Number one, the full implementation of the National Dialogue Committee report, the NADCO report. Priority issues in the NADCO process, like the cost of living, youth unemployment, establishing a framework for the implementation of the 2/3 gender rule, have been the topics of discussion for far too long and now must be actualized. Number two, inclusivity in all spheres of public life. Kenya belongs to all persons, regardless of their ethnicity, religion, generation, or geographic location. all Kenyans are equal and all are entitled to an equitable budgetary resource allocation and opportunities in public appointments. Further, though the Constitution of Kenya is clear on the rights of minorities and the marginalized people in the country, not enough has been done almost 15 years later to uphold these rights by fully implementing the provisions of the Constitution. Third, protecting and strengthening devolution. Devolution must continue to be protected from any possibility of clawback on devolved functions, and more effort must be put at devolving all funds allocated to a devolved function, increasing budgetary allocation to counties, and ensuring the timely and predictable disbursement of devolved funds.
There is a Christian saying that goes that once to every man and nation comes a moment to decide. Then it is the brave man chooses while the coward stands aside. Bwana Yesu asifiwe. We see here two brave men who at this point in time in Kenya's history have decided to make an important decision. We must pray for them. It is not going to be easy. Your bed is not made of roses. It is made of thorns. And the thorns are these people here. Not you individually, but you as a collective. Why? Because this decision is going to lead to a lot of demands. Because it might produce results. And those results will not be easy to produce. And therefore I'm saying here that it's us collectively who are present here today to witness this great occasion, to go out there and support the two brave men. Once to every man and nation comes a moment to decide. Then it is the brave man chooses while the coward stands aside. Thank you very much.
The unity and stability of this country and the prosperity is not the responsibility of a few. It's the responsibility of all of us as a nation. And while we may have different political persuasions and come from different parts of the country and different schools of thought, nobody can fault unity. Nobody can fault equity. Nobody can fault not leaving anyone behind. Nobody can fault bringing this entire country together and making everybody in this country feel a part of this country. And that is why today this unity effort is appreciated. And I'd like to state it from my own school of thought, that this unity that you have put together today, Your Excellency and my party leader, is not about the two of you. Because Baba here has seen it all. In fact, he has enough for his and all generations. His Excellency, the President, has sat on all positions. So, in my thinking, this unity is for the young people of this country. It's for all of us. It's for the women. It's for the marginalized. It's for those Kenyans who have felt like they have never been part of Kenya because have always been left behind. And let me state in conclusion, as the national chairman of the ODM party, and as I say, the largest party south of Sahara and north of River Limpopo, the ODM party, our party leader, and on behalf of this party, officials and members across the country, all 47 branches, we are behind this unity, we are behind this agreement, we will support it, we will support the broad-based arrangement, na tuko pamoja mpaka mwisho. Asante and God bless Kenya.